Alright guys, let's get started by removing the old side markers. You want to pry on the right side here, pulling outward. For the drift missiles that might look more like this. But if you're trying to keep a clean G35, pry firmly from the right to the left, removing the tension clips from their corresponding holes. Then you'll notice that there is a harness also attached. You'll need to turn that a quarter turn and pull outward to remove it. If there was a bulb in the socket, you'll remove that now. Now let's move on to the engine bay. We're going to need to gain clearance to the turn signal socket. So now we just need to reach our hand down in here and look for the turn signal socket. Use the front of your headlight as a reference to where the turn signal should be at. Turn it a quarter turn to the left and then pull. So what we're really looking for is this blue and yellow wire. That's the one we're going to tap into to get our turn signal lead. Now with the new side marker, we're going to plug that into the harness and give it a quarter turn to close it. It's important that we do this to keep the weather seal. Next we'll take the long red wire and feed it completely through the same hole as your harness into the bumper. Finally, starting with the angled side, we'll press our tension clips into the corresponding holes. So now we'll head back into the engine bay and grab that red wire along with a wire tap and a set of pliers. Take the blue and yellow wire and place it inside of the wire tap as far as it will go. We'll take the red wire and place it inside of that hole as far as it will go until it hits that plastic. Now using our pliers, we'll clamp the metal blade into the wire tap. This will mate the two wires together. Give the red wire a tug to make sure it's been securely clamped. Finally close the latch on the wire tap and you're done with this portion. Now let's test our side markers to make sure everything got clamped correctly. You can use the lock button on your key fob to see if the side markers blink amber. If it doesn't illuminate, make sure that the wires that you used in your wire tap are correct and that they were mated securely. Then check your side marker harness and make sure that it's completely into its socket. Now moving on to the passenger side of the car, we're going to need to relocate the coolant overflow tank. Be sure that the car and coolant are completely cooled at this step. You don't want to be handling hot coolant that can potentially spill onto you. Repeat the previous steps to complete the installation.